Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are talking about business cards, which we will be designing this soon, and how the idea of crap relates to that. Alright, so let's get started. Um, First of all, we need to talk about the parts of a business card. As you can see over here, we have the name of the company, generally, Mech Tylon here. The name of the individual whose card this is, Jerry. Yeah, there we are. We have his title, generally. We are lacking this on this one, but like what he is, like a manager or the owner in terms of the company. And then we have contact information like phone, email, website. You could have the address of your business if that's what you need. And finally, we also have your logo, of course, which you can see in blue. Alright, so those are the basic parts of a business card. And why do we have these parts? The point of a business card is to give a quick, clear reference to someone you want to do business with, about how to contact you. All right, so it's not having a whole conversation with somebody. It's a lot like a logo that has to be simple and effective and clear. All right, something that somebody can pull out of their pocket and remember a conversation with you and be like, I want to talk to these people so they can do whatever business that you do. So next up, some good rules of thumb. First of all, we have that there should be hierarchy. The idea of hierarchy is that the most important information should be the most visible, and details should be less visible. So for instance, having things like the name of the company or your name, which are the most important parts of a business card, should be bigger, or actually literally bigger fonts, or a contrasting font, or a different color so that it grabs your eye. And details like, say for instance, the contact information, you'll notice is much smaller. All right, so that's creating hierarchy. Another good rule of thumb is that you want to have white space in your business card. You don't want it to feel super cramped. It looks messy and it's unprofessional. So for instance, let's look here. Over here we are filled with lots of information, and that's not all that necessary, right? If it's a locksmith, you should have some sort of idea that they have things like keys made, right? That's what locksmiths do. All right? Whereas over here, much more simple, right? We've got tons of white space. We have the name of the company, and the contact information, and it allows the design to breathe, feel simple, and really the viewer isn't overwhelmed by all of these things that they are competing for their attention, right? So make sure there's some white space in your designs. All right, next. The idea of contrast, woo, sorry about that. The idea of crap, right? Funny words, right? So, just like we had the 6 principles of design that we talked about earlier, that's sort of for the fine art side of things. We also have principles of design just for graphic design, because graphic design specifically combines text with images. And while we're combining text with images, like on business cards, we have 4 principles of design. Contrast, which we've seen before, repetition, alignment, and proximity. Crap. All right? So what I want you to do now is you will be divided up into 4 groups. You will be each given a reading packet and a note sheet. Also, your group will be given 3 large pieces of paper and some drawing tools. Once you're divided into your 4 groups, you're going to be assigned a section of the reading: contrast, repetition, alignment, or proximity. All right, I want you to go divide up into the groups, find your own spot, and each person in the group decide on roles. Who's going to be the reader? Who's going to take notes? Who's going to draw? Who's going to write the definition? And who's going to present? Okay? You're going to, as a group, one person will read aloud the article. Another will take notes. Then you will create a group definition and write it down large on one piece of the big paper. All right? Then, after the definition is created, you will draw an example of a business card with good use of the principle that you described. All right? So, whatever that may be. And then I want you to draw an example of a business card where it is using the principle of design badly, right? So the good side of the principle and the bad. Once you're finished working with your group, you will present the definition of the principle and how your drawings show the good and bad uses of it. All right? Finally, while everybody's presenting, I want the rest taking notes. You have a note sheet. On that note sheet, I want you to take down the name of the principle, the definition that the group gave you, any things you should or shouldn't do, and a sketch showing the good principle of design. All right, so ready, set, go.